Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
Time to set it off.
Oh my God. So Khloe Kardashian admits to testing Tristan Thompson several times. So she sat down and did a podcast with Dr. A and Mary Alice Haney. And she talked about her son Tatum. And he was born through surrogacy, for those who didn't know. And she spoke on how much he looked like her father and her brother, and what it led her to do.
DNA tests for Tatum. He was so offended. And I'm like, but he doesn't look like
my brother by accident.
In this family, that would not surprise me, but that would be so disgusting. But I just was like, I remember she was like, you've already done a DNA test. I go, I need to do another one. I need to figure it out.
So she had Tristan do 3 paternity tests because she said her son Tatum didn't look like her or him. Well, he don't look like you now, dummy. Like, what are you talking about? Of course. And she thought that her brother may have donated sperm. He looks like you and your brother. You didn't look like that before all your life. You looked like your brother. At one point, everybody thought y'all was twins.
Oh, so you mean like the baby looks like her pre-surgery?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you think she forgot what she looked like?
No, I don't think that she forgot. No, she is no way you can forget.
So they must have not had an exclusive relationship where she was dating other men and having sex with other men if she had to take a DNA test.
Yeah, that baby was a surrogate. Yeah, she didn't have vaginally. Yeah, that was a surrogate baby. But it was like, no, you don't.
So wait a minute. I'm confused. So with a surrogate,
that's right, because you just walked in here. But go ahead.
That's all right. With a surrogate, she knows they picked the sperm.
Exactly, and it's Tristan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's Tristan's baby, and of course they had a surrogate, but she is just so distracted by the fact that he doesn't look like either one of them. Her or Tristan. Her now. Okay. And
is
Tristan.
The baby tall? Is the baby projected to be, a first round draft pick in 2047?
I'm not sure, but the baby is beautiful, beautiful little boy. He just looked like what she used to look like, and her brother, and their father.
Which brother, Rob?
Yes, Rob.
They only got one brother.
They only got one brother.
I can't tell. They only had one father at one point.
That was a good one, y'all. But no, they only got one brother, y'all. It's only one.
I hate y'all.
But her real father.
Her real father. Okay.
Rob the Kardashian Sr. or somebody like that. All right, yeah. So anyway, moving on. Mm-hmm. Brian McKnight's son slams Tyrese for his input. Now, the story starts with Brian McKnight calling his children products of sin a little while back. Mm-hmm. He received some backlash for it, and there was even speculation that the cancellation of one of his recent shows came from the lack of support. Came from his statements about his kids. Rickey Smiley was one of the people who stepped up to share his thoughts and support for Brian McKnight's kids. And
I just want to say to Brian McKnight kids, to all of his kids, the ones that he said that's born out of evil or born in evil, whatever he said, or whatever, let you know that you have a lot of support out here. We here at the Rickey Smiley Morning Show support you. If anybody get this message out to Brian McKnight, 2 sons and daughter. You are always welcome to the state of Alabama, to the great state of Alabama, where you have men and you have uncles and you have a lot of people take on kids that have been abandoned by fathers. I've seen a lot of it.
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, so Brian McKnight a minute ago had called his children products of sin. Mm-hmm. And he didn't do anything for them, didn't raise them, anything like that. And he only claims, I think,
his new kids
with his wife. And then those kids are grown, the ones that he don't claim. So Rickey Smiley has stepped up in support of those children.
Oh yeah, I know, but why is Rickey Smiley going so hard? Like, why?
I'm not sure. Well, he lost a son, and he actually is a very, very sweet, good-hearted person. Like, he'll give you the shirt off his back. He invites you to stay at his house. He has a lot of homes, a lot of property or whatever, to get back on your feet or whatever. But I just love the support. But Tyrese, he wasn't really feeling that, and he jumped online to say this following Rickey Smiley's audio.
What I want to address is I want to talk to my brother Rickey Smiley, and I want to say to you that it is unfair, in my grown man opinion, to say that man and the mother of his kids, which are now grown adults, past 30 years old, whatever their specific dynamic is, there's a bunch of things that have been said and done over the years that is nobody's business that has contributed to where they are.
2024 is so wild.
It's so wild and crazy.
Rickey Smiley beefing with Brian McKnight with side commentary from Tyrese.
Now, hey, they are not beefing. Shut up.
It's going to go down at Essence Fest this year. They're
crazy.
going to need extra security.
But
Oh,
no,
my goodness.
Nicholas McKnight, the son popped out. And he had to check Tyrese real quick. He said, Tyrese used to sleep under our pool table when I was a kid. Like, y'all can't find no futon for this boy? Anyway, he said, I know the 90s R&B brotherhood blood is thicker than anything, but you should sit this one out, champ. You have relationships to fix with your own children and your own past decisions you've made on the behalf of coochie and power. The allegiance to those two things is what keeps you guys from seeing that the only thing that matters in the end is family. Real men can see past BS. Let me stop though. This 46-hour chemo infusion has me ready to fade Jody, and that's not right. So he wanted us to know, obviously, he has cancer, but he still will slap you.
Right.
So,
and listen, he's not wrong. Tyrese caused that on himself.
Right.
That young man would have had nothing to say to Tyrese if Tyrese didn't interject himself into this situation. Now we know Tyrese used to sleep under Brian McKnight's pool table, which sounds crazy.
yeah, like, oh, you think because he used to let you sleep under the pool table?
The pool table?
That he's a good father? Like, what are you talking about? He didn't even give you a pillow.
Why was Tyrese sleeping under his pool table?
That's
Jesus.
the better question.
But why? No, the better question is why everybody in Brian McKnight's life, like, why don't they mind their business? This is family business, and we don't know what happens. We're only hearing what they want us to hear. We're only hearing one side. Why don't everybody just mind their business?
Now, I will say,
That's what Tyrese was saying, though.
yes, I want everybody to mind
Meaning
their
him too.
business.
I got you.
But it's cool when people don't mind their business and we get information like Tyrese used to sleep under Brian McKnight's pool table.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what you care about.
That's fun.
Because it's like,
that's
all
all you
right
care about.
now.
The visual is crazy.
That's
Like,
all
why?
That's all you care about.
I ain't never heard of nobody sleeping under a pool table.
Under a pool
But
table.
the fact that it's Jody?
Guys, just imagine he balled up under there, both his hands on his head. You
That's
know,
right. You should have listened to your mama, Jody. If you'd have listened to your mama, okay, in baby boy, she wouldn't have kicked you out the house and you wouldn't have had to go sleep under the pool table. If Vet didn't want you staying there, you ended up under Brian McKnight pool table.
One last cry. All right, y'all. So that's Jess With The Mess for the second hour.
Thank you, Jess. Charlamagne, who you giving that down to?
Man, I need everybody who had a problem with Rudy Gobert missing Game 2 of the NBA playoffs to come to the front of the congregation. Gilbert Arenas, Draymond Green. I'd like to discuss something with all you brothers.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.